reason why men are running from you might be because you are too flashy. You are too flashy. Some women are just too flashy. Everything about them is flashy, flashy, flashy. The colors, I mean, their makeup is about 13 different colors. You can't even tell what is real, what is fake. Everything about them is just flashy, flashy, flashy. Their bag is glistering, their chains are glistering, everything. Sometimes, a lot of men just associate that level of flashiness with unseriousness, So I think you need to cool down and pipe down on how flashy you are. All right. Most men might just feel, hey, I'm going to be competing and contesting with so many people because this lady is just all out there, attracting attention. Can I cope? Can I survive? So hey, maybe that's why men are running from me. Maybe you're too flashy. Traditionally, those days you'll hear elder people telling young girls, oh, don't even buy a car yet, don't move to your own apartment yet. Even though I don't agree with that 100%, but I get their point. I get their point because somehow men want to be heroes. And I'm not saying this is right, but this is just the fact, okay? You don't have to agree, but this is just what happens. Men generally want to be heroes. They want to be only in a place where they can make a difference or where they feel they can make a difference. And when you are too flashy, and driving those kind of big cars and all those things, they just feel, hey, I'm not going to add anything to this person's life. So you notice that this man will rather go look for somebody that is from the village or somewhere that they can look important. It happens all the time. Like I said, I'm not saying this is necessarily right, but it's what happens. So I think you should tone down on your flashiness. I'm not saying you should not live your life. If it's basic things, it's fine. You can wear good things, but be careful of flashiness. Some people are just flashy. It's not even necessarily quality clothes or quality bags. It's just flashy. All the designer's name is written on the chest, on the head, on the, everything is just flashy. The hairstyle, nobody can sit 1 meter away from you because your hair goes this way. Hey, tone it down. It might be another reason why men are avoiding you. Maybe you're too flashy. The next point, if men might be avoiding you if you are too bossy and too rude. Some women are bossy and rude. Now, I teach this all the time. One of men's major need is respect. And of course, this triggers some people. If this thing triggers you, you are the people I'm talking about. They are too bossy and they are too rude. So they literally exude male energy. Men don't like men in a normal setting, okay? Men don't like men. Men don't want another male energy. They want female energy. And females are generally more agreeable, more soft, more emotional. There's what makes a man attracted to a woman. All right? Men don't like men. So if you're that kind of woman that you are exuding male energy, you are argumentative, you are rude, you are bossy, you take it as your job to disrespect men, to reduce men to their level, to emasculate men. That's your passion. Men are going to avoid you, especially strong men are going to avoid you. At the end of the day, you marry a man that's not quite like a regular guy. That's what will happen. Because the average guys will not be able to find you attractive because you're too troublesome, too quarrelsome, too rude, too bossy. All right? You take it, you are always shouting at men, always fighting men, always competing with men. That energy is not just attractive. Men don't like men. And men won't like a woman that is exuding male energy. All right, energy that seems to be competing with them, not complementing them. All right, so are you so bossy? Are you so rude? Are you always disrespectful? And how do you know if you're disrespectful? Are people complaining about it? Are guys telling you that you're disrespectful? If 2, 3 people are telling you the same thing, then you should take note of it. All right, and a lot of women struggle with understanding that men like respect. They just can't understand. They say, who doesn't like respect? No, it's not the same thing. We are both wired differently. And I have this coming out as a book and many teachings I've been doing. And research has shown, even scripture shows it. You will not find anywhere in the Bible where they said love is what will make a marriage work. You will never find it in the Bible. What you will see is that they told men to love women and they told women to respect men. I thought they would just say, oh, you guys just love yourselves and respect yourselves. No, they were specific. Wives, submit and respect your husband. Ephesians 5:31 and all, you see it there, from 22 to 31. He said, husbands, you love your wives. It's specific. Because what men struggle with is loving. Because in the world of men, most men don't need to be loved. They would rather be respected. In the world of women, love is everything. So women are the ones that really preach, oh, if we love each other, this marriage will work. Nope. If the man loves you and you respect him, the marriage will work. And there are so many studies and research that have shown this, that what men really crave, most men will tell you they would rather be respected than to be loved. Whether it's in a secular setting or even in marriage, they would rather be respected than loved. Just how men are. Again, if you look at our hormones, the testosterone that flows in men makes them competitive, makes them dominant, makes them like that. They want to be respected. Everything about a man is respect. And I've been a counselor for over 20 years, going to 25 plus years now. And 99% of the time that I've sat in a counseling room with a couple, the man's major or only complaint is she doesn't respect me. And the woman's complaint is that he doesn't love me. It tallies with scripture. In fact, when I started counseling, I didn't even know this. It was after many years I started seeing it in scripture and in books. And I started checking all my counseling cases. And I found out that most of them, 99.9%, the men will tell you, she doesn't respect me. And the wife will say, she doesn't love me. And I'll ask the woman things like, do you love your husband? She'll say, yes, I love him. I'll say, how do you love him? She'll say, oh, I cook for him, I check up on him, I do this for him, and all that. She's loving him because that's what she wants. And I'll now tell her, but that's not a priority for him. He would be more endeared to you if you respect him. Because when she's loving him and he's not loving her back the way she wants, she now becomes disrespectful. She's using harsh words, bad attitude, wrong tone, wrong timing, things like that. Intense, she's not intense, disrespecting him, and he withdraws his love. My mentor, Emerson Eggridge, calls it the crazy cycle. If you've ever read the book Love and Respect, he calls it the crazy cycle. When a woman feels unloved, she acts disrespectful. When a man feels disrespected, he acts unloving. So we're all withholding what the other person wants because we're not getting what we want. So it goes on and on. So if you are very bossy and rude, men will avoid you. All right? You must learn. I mean, I've heard men tell me things like, I can forgive adultery, but I can never forgive disrespect. I'm telling you. I've heard men say things, I would rather be rich and divorced than be poor and married because he associates having money with respect. I can give you on and on. And these are real life situations. I didn't make them up. Again, if telling you that men like respect triggers you, then you need counseling because you can't tell men what they want. Now, this is not to say men also don't need love and women don't need respect. No, but we're talking about the order of priority, the things that they will usually notice. Men and women sometimes do the same activity, but they get different things from it. So that should help you. Men and women can do the same activity, but they get different things from it. So if you're thinking because we're doing the same activity, we are both getting the same thing or doing it for the same reason, you are totally wrong. So for instance, men and women talk for different reasons. Women talk for affection because they like you. Men talk for information. They're trying to get facts. So a woman is talking to you because you are somebody important. A man is talking to you because there's something important. Did you get that? A woman is talking to you because you are somebody important. A man is talking to you because there's something important to talk about. So this is why a man can love you and not talk to you for 1 week if there's nothing important he has to say. But a woman can't understand how you can't talk to me every day because you're somebody important. It doesn't matter the topic. There might be nothing to talk about. Just check up on me. So do you understand? Same activity, different way we're seeing it. For instance, if a man is eating and is done eating and the wife comes to pack the plates and takes it to the kitchen, he sees it as respect. If a woman is eating and the man comes to pack the plate when she's done, she sees it as love, as romance. Same activities, we're just getting it differently because we're wired different fundamentally. Wired different fundamentally. So if you're bossy and rude, men will avoid you. That's what summary. And lastly, I don't know if it's lastly yet, another reason why men can avoid you is if you are too loose sexually. Promiscuity will make men avoid you. Men always want something special, someone special. So if you are loose out there, everybody has a piece of you. You are generally seen as, the girl that would do anything with anybody. Men will avoid you. Men would avoid you. All right. So, hey, watch out how you are living. Nowadays, there's so much promiscuity is encouraged, is normalized. It is harmful. All right. It can make men avoid you when they feel you are loose. it can make men avoid it. Promiscuity is negative. Now, this doesn't mean that men should cheat or men should sleep. No, it's not a competition. I'm just telling you why men could be avoiding you. They have the notion that you seem to be the, most available girl everywhere. Everybody's messing with you. Nobody wants to have you. Nobody thinks you are worth something. Okay? The last one, but not the least, men could be avoiding you if they think you are too good for them. Now, this one is kind of a good one. You don't want men that are useless anyway. So if your man is coming and saying you are too educated, you are too hardworking, you are too serious-minded, you are too successful, that's an unserious man. So that's not the man you want. So sometimes if you have good standards and you have your act together, sometimes men will avoid you. Serious men will avoid you because they're looking for where they can be unserious. They're looking for where they can be irresponsible. And you're not that kind of person. So sometimes, really, if you are too good, you are serious-minded, you have your acts together, some men will avoid you. That's the truth. I don't want that to discourage you because some women think if I drop my standards, I'll attract men. Trust me, the kind of men you attract by dropping your standards are not the kind of men you want to keep anyway. So maintain your high standard, maintain your sense, your sense of responsibility and achievement. You will soon meet a man that would see those things as plus, that will see those things as advantages rather than a disadvantage.